What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and today I have a really exciting one for you. So Jiggin, another Geoguessr YouTuber from Poland, sent me this Geoguessr map which he made called Geoguessr in 2069. Essentially, the concept of the map is that it includes locations from every single country and territory in the world, and they're all on the road, so it feels like normal Google Street View, but you can have literally every single country. Now, even the countries that do normally have Street View in this map are actually going to be transported over to Photosphere. So really not necessarily gonna know which is a normal country on Geoguessr and which isn't. So that should make it really fun here. It's recommended to play NMPZ, so I'll put play along links in the description here, guys. You can play along with me. Do it before the video if you want to compare your scores to mine, and let's just get into here. This is really exciting. Let's see if I make any really obvious mistakes, or if I can actually recognize everything without any meta here, because that's really the challenge of today's video. So here is the first location here. Ooh, this is interesting. So definitely a Europe vibe. Kind of gives me Central Europe here, so like Czechia, Germany, Slovakia, Hungary, Croatia, any stuff inside here could make sense. I really thought of Germany, but I'm not really sure about this poll. So what about Czechia? I think Czechia is a decent shout here. I could even see it being quite a bit further north, but I feel like this hedgerow kind of feels kind of German or French or something like that. So I feel like this kind of South Germany stuff is actually a pretty good guess here. Do I see anything else here? Not really. So I think I'll go for Germany here, but already, like just this first location is really good. I think this map has a lot of promise. So let's just go for Germany here. And it was Czechia. That was my other thought. So not a bad start, all things considered, but just outside of Prague there. So yeah, we get a zero country streak, unfortunately, so far. This is interesting. So, immediate thought for some reason was Paraguay. Like, it kind of looks like Brazil, but not quite, especially with this, like, really thick post. But let's not forget that this could also be official coverage countries. So, for example, we could easily be in Bolivia here. Oh, guys, don't you kind of like this map? I'm already really enjoying this. The full 186 countries, or however you want to count it, is quite something. Okay, but I guess Bolivia is actually more correct here because of the signpost. It's either that or Paraguay. Yeah, I don't know which one's actually better. I might kind of hedge here and go between the two, or like, yeah, I might just go like all the way over here. Because the thing about Bolivia normally is that only half the country is covered, so the whole north half of the country here we never get. So I'm gonna say maybe we could be in that kind of north half of the country just for fun here. So let's see. And it was Bolivia, and actually on the right road. So there you go, pretty good guess considering its unofficial coverage. So happy with that. See what happens on the next one here. Already getting off to a good start here. I can't say it's not. Okay, loading in. Ooh, this could be a bunch of different places. I feel like this is Africa, but could it be Brazil though? I'm just looking at this vegetation over above my head here, and it is feeling a little bit Brazilian. Okay, other things I could see would be like kind of like maybe like something inside East Africa, maybe even like Ethiopia, anything down to here to like Mozambique or something like that. I could also see, yeah, something like that could certainly make sense. I could see like Madagascar working here, but yeah, I don't know what this village is looking like in the distance. Does it feel that Brazilian? I'm not so sure. This is definitely one where I'm probably going to go wrong continent. And it goes to show, yeah, without car meta, around like this is definitely difficult. Hard to get the vibes off this stuff in the background here. But, does it actually feel Brazilian? I think the dirt's not red enough, right? So I might try something East Africa here. Let's go like Tanzania or something instead. Ooh, wow. Oh, it's not Tanzania, it's actually Malawi, but that's such a good guess, guys. I'm actually so happy with how I'm going so far. This is great fun. Wow, I'm actually enjoying this so much more than I expected I would. So shoutouts to Jiggin, man. This map is bussin'. Okay. Next one here, we got that typical like Serbian architecture, I could say. So yeah, anything like Serbia, Bosnia, particularly this house here, could like anywhere around there feels like the best. So Croatia, obviously possible here as well. I think I would just go Serbia. But I guess we'll find out. Let's go in this city here. And okay, it was Croatia indeed, just grabbed there. So yeah, always actually been in the vicinity here. No times have we been that close though. So let's see if we can finish it off with a good guess here. This looks like some post-Soviet country. Ooh, what are we thinking here? It's feeling Russian. I think this is an Orthodox church above my head again. But the pole top doesn't seem that Russian, so I could see Belarus here for certain as well. I might kind of guess Belarus, but on the Russian border here. I feel like that's very reasonable. But it could also just be Central Asia. Like, I'm not really sure how many Orthodox churches you would see here, but certainly it could still just be around here as well. It kind of looks like that kind of coverage you'd get in Kyrgyzstan where it's snowy, but obviously those kind of metas do not work here. But I'm going to try, like, I'm gonna try Eastern Belarus here. Let's give it a go. And okay, it was instead, oh, it was Moldova. That makes sense. I think it was probably still a Orthodox church, but it may have just been a Catholic one. Anyway, that was a 18,000 seed. Really not too bad there. Have to be happy with that. So let me know in the comments how you did on the first one, and let's get straight into a second one. Okay, second link is in the description. Dude, this map is pretty sick. This is really, honestly, what Geoguessr would feel like in 2069. Obviously, it's only 1,000 locations on the map. But yeah, it has to be said, it's doing an accurate job of what it purports to be so far. Okay, so this one is like really rocky. I think I'm gonna get this wrong, but let's see if we can get it right. So this kind of vegetation and stuff could almost remind me a bit of Peru. However, these rock faces aren't so like steep as I would associate with Peru. It certainly still could be though, so I don't mind Peru thus far. But what about, let's cast our mind to wider, like countries that it normally wouldn't be. Because I could see this being Afghanistan easily. Yeah, I didn't even mind Afghanistan here, I think. Also, what else is possible? Like Iran? Yeah, Iran, Afghanistan, maybe Pakistan, something like that. That's my main vibe here. Could also see South America. But yeah, let's go Afghanistan here. And it was Lebanon instead. Not a bad guess. I mean, like, you know, right kind of area of the world, but obviously not many points. And there you go. So right near some of these lakes here, I guess we were looking down at that one. But yeah, very cool location, no doubt. Next one here, what are we going to have? Okay, loading in. Ooh, it's like kind of a tropical vibe here. That's an interesting poll. Could be Indonesian. Could be. But it could be something else as well. Yeah, I think it's an Indonesian poll, but then where is this in Indonesia? That's not so easy. Or maybe it's just like, not India, but maybe like, I wonder what polls Myanmar uses. I'm not really sure. Honestly, this could just as easily be like something in the Caribbean or something. I have no idea here. Or maybe just Africa. Why did they not consider Africa here? I think this could actually just be something over in the tropics of Africa, like Cameroon, or maybe even DRC or something like that. I kind of, like, with the wall around the house, I kind of want to go, like, kind of a bit Western Africa, but it's so tropical. I don't know, let's try Cameroon. We'll give it a go. Okay, and this was actually Venezuela. Wow. Super unique location there. I didn't know Venezuela got that, well, like, maybe I did know it got that green, but, like, I certainly wouldn't associate that with it, so that's pretty interesting. Next one here, ooh, bit of a Caribbean kind of vibe, maybe like that? I don't know. Yeah, I would say Caribbean actually works best here. Just based on like the color, like this kind of lime house, it almost reminds me of like the kind of architecture you would get in like Curacao or something like that. So could certainly see that here. And it should be fairly like kind of one of the ones that's, I don't know, like Jamaica certainly works here, but it feels maybe a bit richer than Jamaica. So one of these smaller ones maybe. Like St. Vincent and the Grenadines could certainly work here. I might just try that. Like any of these like probably look the same to me, so I'll just give it a go. And it was actually St. Lucia instead, so that's a really nice guess. Obviously, great points there. Have to be happy. So yeah, definitely looking nice. And this one is just going to be a skipped round. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I guess just in Bosnia there. Okay. Next one here. We're only on 5,000 points so far because we failed a few. And this one is interesting. What is that poll? Is it a Mexican poll, or are we maybe in Central America instead? I see a short number plate here. I see, yeah, what is this? Like, it is like fairly, it's almost round, isn't it? Yeah, so probably not. It could be Colombia, but it doesn't look like a Colombian pole top. So I'm kind of thinking of like Panama or like Costa Rica or Nicaragua or something like that here. Certainly could be any of those. Don't think it's actually South America though. And then if it wasn't there, no, I really do think this is something Latin America, but not South America. So yeah, I feel like any of this stuff in here works quite nicely. I could hedge more maybe in Costa Rica here. That probably makes more sense. Let's give it a go. And it was just over the border in Nicaragua on the island. Wow, what a unique location there. And actually a pretty good guess as well. So there we go. It's 9,000 points, but -1 round. So, you know, about half score again, about equivalent to like a 12 or a 13,000 there. So not a bad effort. And let's head back in again here, shall we? Here we go for the third seed here. Guys, I'm loving this. I know I've said it so many times already, but I feel like for, you know, any Geoguessr purists, this is like the perfect map. This is like the map you should be playing. Obviously, only 1,000 locations, but it really encaptures the spirit of the game, doesn't it? And yeah, these locations have been really fun as well, like a really good selection of photospheres. This is obviously somewhere in China or an adjacent country. It could be Taiwan, but I don't really recognize it for Taiwan. one kind of feels even more of a high altitude and not very tropical. So yeah, probably just China here, somewhere like maybe around here, or maybe even further into the mountains over here could certainly work. Also could see like Tibet here, but maybe Tibet's a bit less trees, I don't know. But also, yeah, Bhutan obviously works, like Nepal also still possible, but were it not for the Chinese, I guess. But yeah, I mean, maybe still Bhutan, you could see that. Anyway, I'm going to try China here. I think it's most likely. And okay, it was all the way up here. Wow, never would have guessed that. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, that's actually Xinjiang there. So not a great score. We got the country. Next round here, what are we going to have? I wonder if any of you guys who could read Chinese got that. Anyway, next one says Karlsmark. Ooh, this would have been hard, I think, without... Well, maybe it wouldn't have been, but it's definitely going to be somewhere in, you know, Denmark, but more likely Netherlands or Belgium. And Karlsmark, I mean, it could still be Germany. Let's not forget Germany. Now we can be in Germany too. I think I still might prefer the Netherlands, but yeah, no, it could easily be Germany here as well, huh? Yeah, interesting. I don't know. The kind of thinness of the road and the absolute flatness, it would suggest more Netherlands, but look at this in the background, guys. I see a German bollard, I think. It looks like a German bollard to me. So yeah, I would say this is North Germany. Maybe around Bremen or Hamburg or something like that. Feels pretty good. Why not even like just close around here to the Dutch border? This is kind of, because it kind of looks like North Netherlands. So I'm going to go in Cloppenburg here and give it a go. And it was, oh yeah, it was right on the border there. It's right on the border with Denmark. So not a bad guess. Honestly, got the North German vibe there. Pretty good. Let's head forth to the next round here and see what we got. And it's Australia. Oh, yes, it is. Now, this feels like probably the Northern Territory. Camp, host, meet and greet. Interesting. Yeah, it feels like the Northern Territory to me. It could even be just like Northern South Australia or like inland Queensland here as well, but I can kind of think it could be like somewhere around here. I did a bit of a history project about a town in here called Hermannsburg. Which one is it? I don't know. It's definitely not too far from Mount Seal, which, yeah, as you can see, like a lot of German missionaries went up here, who are some of which are my ancestors as well, at least on one side of my family. Can't find it here, but yeah, I guess around here. I guess it's probably a bit too flat for there. But I know there's a lot of Aboriginal communities around Alice Springs, so I would kind of expect us to be in that kind of area here. So let's kind of click around there and see. And it was all the way over here, actually, near Exmouth, Exmouth Gulf. Yeah, we don't pull too many points there, unfortunately. Actually, more points than the China round. That goes to show how huge China is. But yeah, 1.2k there. Could have been better, that's for sure. Next one here, long number plates. Is this... Well, I was going to say it looks kind of like Malaysia, but unfortunately we do not have Malaysian number plates, which are black. So next thought was like Sri Lanka or India. And I guess these plates would not really fit for either country, so now I'm kind of confused, I must say. Are we even in Asia here? I kind of assumed that we were with these, like, palms, but now I'm much less sure. That looks like it's in English, and this apartment building does strike me as quite Asian, not to mention the bus in the background, so... Yeah, I mean, what country could I be missing here? It does feel rather Sri Lankan. Yeah, what could I be missing here? I'm not really sure what this actually would be. What side of the road are we driving on here? It kind of seems like we are driving right-hand side of the road, but it's not at all clear, I would say. And yeah, some motel there in English. What does that say about this round? I don't know. I want to try Sri Lanka, but if we're driving right, then it could... I don't think it's Filipino number plates. It could be. Maybe it is Filipino number plates. I don't know. But what about, I guess, Africa? I guess we have to consider Africa now. If I can't think of it, then maybe it's just something completely different. We have like a guy leaning out the window here. He would be on the left, so that would indicate right-hand drive. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to see. It says green something. I just want to make sure it doesn't say the Grenadines, like if we're in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but I don't know if that makes sense. And we have long number plates, which is not typical of, like something in Central America. So I guess I will go Sri Lanka. I can't really think of anything better. Let's see if my original vibe was right. And it was. Very good. Okay. Why did it look like we were driving right-hand side of the road there? I don't know. Why I decided to go on Sri Lanka, even though I thought it was left-hand drive? I don't know. But, or right-hand drive, I don't know. But yeah, we'll take it. We got the right country. That's great. Okay, next one here. Going to be somewhere in the Alps, surely. We got a blue strip on the plate, so probably not Switzerland. It feels fairly Austrian, doesn't it? I feel like this is just a pretty standard Austria. Around Cell should work here, and it was indeed a bit further west there, but that is a good score. 15,000 there. Dude, I wanted to go for one more here. I want to go for one more. This is easily too fun not to, so let's get straight into it here and see how we can do. And we're on a 5-country streak here, so let's see. And let me know if any of you guys beat a 5-country streak, but I feel like that's actually pretty good for NMPZ on all the countries in the world. Like, yeah, I feel like that's actually, that's actually solid. I'm happy. Okay, this one is Greenland or Canada. I would have thought these truck kind of look Canadian, but I guess it could be like Alaska as well. So I'm kind of looking to see if we can see anything that would, suggest that it was US over Canada. No flags in the distance that I can see, at least. What do you do here? I think you do go Canada, and it is fairly hilly. So what does Cambridge Bay look like? It's much too flat there. Yeah, I don't know where this would actually be. Maybe like one of these towns up here or something like that. I'll just give it a go. Let's see what it actually is. Okay, well, it's actually... Dude, why didn't I did kind of think of it, but I thought we just had American trucks. I didn't clearly look at them hard enough. So that was actually a pretty free round, I feel like. Definitely gettable anyway. And the houses were a bit too colorful, probably. Okay, here we are in some French overseas territory. We got a French number plate here on a Renault, so that would feel pretty good for France. The question is, are we down here, like in Martinique or something like that? Or, well, I think it's more likely that this is New Caledonia. Now, the reason I think New Caledonia is that we have like a bunch of Norfolk pines in the background here, and Norfolk Island, as we all know, is here, and that's where Norfolk pines come from, I thought. So, would seem that we're pretty close, like on basically the nearest landmass here. So, yeah, I don't know if the compass is correct in this map. Maybe Jigen can comment here. But yeah, I guess like a central hedge here should be fine. It just also reminds me of things I've seen there before. Now, the architecture maybe is a bit concerning. But why not? Why not? I'm game. Let's see if I'm correct or not. And okay, it was Réunion. Okay, well, I just kind of assumed it wouldn't be Réunion for some reason, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. We're kind of like on the exact right latitude there, so similar climate. And we also had Norfolk pines there, which is interesting. But there we go. Only 2 points there, unfortunately. Not a bad guess, I still feel, but you take the losses as well as the wins, don't you? Okay, next one here. Feels very like Norwegian to me. Doesn't look like we have a green plate on the truck there, but yeah, it's not necessarily saying that it's not. Looking at these hills, they're very interesting hills here. It could still be Sweden. Like if we were like kind of like inland, like kind of like around Umeå and stuff like that here, around Sveg. So yeah, that's Umeå. I feel like this area is still decent, but something feels a bit wrong, does it not? Like, yeah, the black house feels great, but this house is interesting. Could certainly be Swedish. I'm looking for like a Dalahest in the window or something like that. Small wooden horse. Yeah, I don't know what this is. And we got a flagpole, which feels great for Nordics though, and I feel like the architecture fits well enough. So I'll just try Sweden here. And it was actually on this island here. Wow. That is somewhere I now wish had Street View. And what are those hills though? Surely there's no natural hills here. I guess there is. Wow, that's a really interesting place that I didn't know existed. And is that actually part of... I would assume that was based on the architecture somewhere in Denmark. But now I'm wondering if it's like Frisian. Is that right? Frisian Islands or something? It could still be Dutch as well, right? Do I see GmbH? Interesting. It's not German, surely. Yeah. I mean, it's German. Wow. Okay, did not know about that. And that was very, like, the architecture that I would not expect for Germany. So, interesting. And this map continues to provide a lot of fun locations. Next one here is going to be somewhere in Malaysia. Let's see if we can region guess it here. I mean, the sticker is more like the northern style of sticker. So, I guess we should go north here, but it's very flat as well. So, I'm not really sure here. Maybe Pahang actually fits best here. I would say this is probably Pahang feeling. Just kind of feels like we might be near plantations. And they also have the North Star sticker. So, I would say, yeah, Pahang, most likely. Second most likely, and maybe it's even Johor. I don't know. Like, it looks like a Northern Star sticker, but the landscape is more like these two states, I feel. So, I'll try here. And, okay, it was Terengganu instead. That makes sense, I guess. Not a bad score, though. Pretty good for this map's standards. And the last round of the video here is going to be somewhere in, Ooh, black back of the sign there is interesting. Could it be Italy? Yeah, I mean, the yellow house fits for Italy. Would have to be quite northern. Do you ever see the black back of the sign in Germany? I'm trying to remember. No, it doesn't really feel like that, but it could actually be Romania. I don't hate Romania just because, like, the side of the road is quite run down here in a way that I guess you might be more likely to see in Romania or something like that. A bit of a poorer country, but yeah, not to say that this still can't be Italy. It certainly can be. In fact, I might still go Italy. But also we have Scots pines here in the background as well, which wouldn't be typical for Italy, it must be said. So maybe this is a bit of bait, black back of the sign, something a bit further north here. Though, I don't know what it would be. Like, Bosnia probably doesn't have that. Doesn't really look like Bosnia to me. Maybe it is Romania. I don't know. Like, this one's really messing me up. I don't know what I would guess here. Like, the yellow is weird. Black back of the sign, huh? I think I have to go northern Italy. I just don't really see what's the better option here with the cobblestone plus black backs. It should be, but the trees are weird. So let's see if I'm right or wrong about that. And it was Germany. Oh yeah, Germany, of course. Yeah, well that makes sense that we had those pines, but I just forgot that they had black backs of the signs some of the time, or at least. Do they normally have it in Germany? I actually can't remember, to be honest. So there we go, 10,000 points. A bit of a disappointing round one, but apart from that, I'm happy with how the guesses went. Guys, I think this is a new series. We're going to try and see what kind of country streak we can get on here. Obviously 5 being the record so far. Guys, I'm just editing this right now, and I realized we need to see Geoguessr play this map. I feel like that would be absolutely sick. So I reckon next time he comes out with a video, comment that I challenge him, or just comment that he should play this map. I feel like that'd be a really cool video, because I feel like he just thrives on this kind of thing, right? Anyway, back to the outro. Guys, thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end. Give it a like if you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, and goodbye.